welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you just an eye look because it's one that was actually pretty requested. This is the eye look that I had on in my Estee Lauder Double Rare Nude Fresh Foundation review video, and I had quite a few people either comment about how they liked it or comment about asking for a tutorial. So I decided to film that today, but I just wanted to concentrate on the eyes, so it's probably going to be a little bit shorter than my normal full face, but as always I will still list everything I have on my face and link it down below in the description bar. But today I'm just working with two products, an Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the color Whiskey, and then I recently made my own Buxom eyeshadow palette. I had never tried the Buxom eyeshadows before, and I just got curious. So I made a very neutral eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be working with the matte browns out of this. So if you are interested to see how I got this soft brown smoky eye, then just keep on watching. Okay, so we are going to start. I've primed my eyelids and set the primer, so it's ready to go. I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil. This is in the color Whiskey, and it's kind of like a whiskey brown. It's really hard to describe. It is definitely like a brown. I don't feel like it has any red undertones, but it's not super dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, after I clean my mirror, I'm going to take this and drag it along my lash line. And this in no way needs to be. And then I'm going to take my Sephora Pro Shader brush and I'm going to kind of turn it upside down, and I'm just going to smudge that out and up. And I feel like when you can start smudging it like this, but I feel like when you turn it upside down, it makes it a little bit easier, or at least sideways, to get in there and really smudge it up, because you do want to diffuse that line to make it look very smoky and smudgy. Repeat on the other eye. And I know I have noises coming from everywhere. Pretty sure my lawn guys are out there. If it's not mine, it's the neighbors. My kids, even though they're not upstairs, have a TV on in every single room in the house. It's ridiculous. The way the Davis house rolls in the summer. You could even use a pencil brush for this step. I mean, best times to film. This one is a little bit more pigmented than this side, so I'm gonna go back over here, build up the color some. And you can even take your finger and kind of smudge it out too. Don't be harsh on your lids. I know it probably looks like I am being that, but I'm not, I promise. Now I'm going to go into my Buxom palette, and I'm going to take this mid-tone brown right here. I think the color is Gimme Gorgeous, but I will be sure and link everything down below. And I'm going to take my Zoeva 226 Luxe Soft Definer. I'm not going in with like a very packing lid brush, I guess I should say, because I don't want this to be a ton of pigment. I just want it to be a wash of color. So basically, I'm loading up the brush, but then I'm just going to kind of go back and forth on my lid with that pigment. So I still want to be able to see the definition of that line we just smudged out, but it's okay that it gets covered up some. This honestly is probably like the easiest smoky eye you'll ever do. There's not many steps, and you just don't have to be precise in it. So you should have just a very slight gradient from the line to the shadow. Now I'm going to go in with the very lightest brown shade right here. And I'm going to take my Wayne Goss number 17 brush, and I'm going to put that in my crease. So we're going opposite of what we normally do. Like normally I will start in the crease with a transition shade, but this time we're working our way up from the lash line. And this is just to diffuse any color. It's a lighter color, so it goes from dark, mid-tone to light. You just want like an ombre gradient effect. And then you just blend out any harsh lines best way you see fit and to your liking. Now, finally for the top lids, I'm gonna go back in with this pencil, and I'm just going to put a probably half the width of the first line that we put, line on top, right in my lash line, to make that dark color pop a little bit more. Now for the lower lash line, normally, if you've watched my channel, you know I just kind of go in with one shadow and that's it. But what I'm gonna do this time is actually use the pencil that I used on top And I'm not going to use this in my waterline because I don't find that the regular 24/7 Glide-Ons or whatever, 24/7 Glide-On eye pencils, I don't find they stay in my waterline. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it below my lash line, and these are so, now they stay on skin, so I cannot recommend them enough for how I'm using them. But I'm going to kind of glide it along my lower lash line, and I'm going to take that same Sephora Pro shader number 18 in that same mid-tone brown shade right there. And before it has a chance to really dry, I'm gonna smudge that out. Not a whole lot. Like, I don't care if this color comes down a whole lot, because I'm then gonna go back in with a mixture of the light and mid-tone colors on that same Viva 227 Luxe shader. And I'm gonna use this to buff out the bottom. So this is bigger than I normally use, but for a smoky eye, I like to really smoke it out. It's almost a little bit of the same gradient effect, and then you go back to the darkness. See, it goes dark, light, dark. I don't know what the deal with my circles is lately. All right, so do the same thing on the other side. So I do think it is imperative you actually do fill in your waterline with at least a brown, probably a brown. Black might be a little too harsh. So I'm going to go in with my Marc Jacobs Earthquake, because I do know that this stays on my waterline all day. And it will kind of blend in with that Urban Decay pencil that we put on the actual skin. So I went ahead and put my mascara on. And so the only thing I want to do now is take this color. It's called Champagne Buzz. And it's kind of a shimmering champagne color. And I'm going to put it in my inner corner. I know we have all mattes, but this is when I like to add a little bit of shimmer to kind of give some dimension to the look. You definitely don't have to do this. You could certainly stay with all mattes, or you could not highlight at all. Not highlighting at all will lead to the more like grungy 90s effect. I like a little bit of glow. And that's the finished look. I added a pink lip because I love, with either black, gray, brown, it doesn't matter what kind of smoky eye. If I'm doing a more smoky eye, I love a pink lip with it. So I added my YSL Pure Couture number 70, and then this is the Smith & Colt, number 2 lip gloss. So hopefully you enjoyed this look. It's, to me, super simple and very, very versatile. You could use any colors. This would be pretty with purples. It would be pretty with blues. It would be pretty with grays, blacks. It doesn't matter. It's just a very versatile technique that makes for a very simple but very, I think, eye-catching smoky eye. So if you enjoyed it, be sure and let me know down in the comment section, and give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a very blessed day.